This is a Forgiven Soldier radio show.
Strangers become your brothers. They got your six wingers back against that wall. And you will never have another who cared for you when times got rough. That's a brother who cared for you when times got tough. That's a brother.
And now, your host, Brian Basham.
Hey, welcome in. This is Brian with the Forgiven Soldier radio show. I got an awesome show for you today. This is probably the most guests that I've ever had in the studio. So the last one was the most. So thank you guys for breaking that milestone for me.
Absolutely.
But we have Zach, Dakota, and some random dude that we just found on the sidewalk coming out. I'm just kidding.
We picked him up yesterday.
Yeah, we just found him yesterday. No, we got Lance. They make up the band Uncharted. So yeah, tell the world who you are, how you got, how long have y'all been a band? Who wants to talk first? Zach?
Well, we started back in what, 2020 or 2021?
I think just right after COVID kind of hit big time.
Okay.
Yeah, and we started as an acoustic duo. It was just me and Dakota.
Yeah.
He approached me. He had a show at Bar Louie that he had scheduled, and there was a kind of situation where the guy he was going to play with backed out, and he approached me and was like, "I need help,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, let's throw it together."
I've been there before with the band. So yeah. So that's awesome. So y'all been about 2021 is what you said. So
Yep.
so y'all didn't even know a style. Y'all just went in.
We literally threw a list together to do that show,
Yeah.
and like it was like, what songs do you know?
Okay.
There was no direction or anything. It was just, what do you know that we can have ready in 4 days?
So what do y'all consider yourself, like Southern rock or Southern country rock?
I would say it's more Southern rock. We do we can go from Bill Withers to Blackstone Cherry, and it's kind of all over the place, honestly.
We got Post Malone. We got
Yeah.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
So I watched a video. I guess y'all were at Brasher's.
Yeah.
Did y'all play at Brasher's a couple times?
Yeah.
And y'all did Give Me a Reason.
Yeah. Yep.
And that thing sounded amazing.
I appreciate
it.
it.
It was a different, like I was listening to it, I was like, okay, everybody's covered this thing.
Yeah.
And then it went heavy. I guess that was you on the guitar.
Yep,
I was
that was
like,
me.
oh, okay, this is a little different. So,
Yeah.
no, it sounds good. So, so when y'all did that one show, just y'all two, what happened in that show that made y'all say, hey, we might be on to something?
Pretty much. I actually started singing in Yellow Banks. That's the people that actually gave me my first on stage presence. And me and Zach we went to high school together, known each other, was in a marching band together. And pretty much he knows my family, I know his family, and we pretty much might as well be brothers. But like he said, I kind of called upon him, and I was like, dude, I need some help. I love playing drums, but I can't string a guitar to save my life. So like I said, I called for him, and it just kind of felt right. That's kind of when we started playing Ain't No Sunshine. That's kind of like our, it's kind of always been our go-to, honestly.
Comfort zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And so when we played it the first time together, it just kind of fit, and we just kind of got a different reaction than we thought. I thought that nobody would really be intrigued by us, but then we ended up going back to Bar Louie a couple more times, and I think we've almost packed the house every single time we was there.
That's awesome.
When we first went, and we went in with the intention of let's play this, let's get through it, and we'll call it a good time and we'll be done.
Yeah.
And then when we got there and we started playing, to our surprise, people started cheering after we played, and we were like,
"What is this noise?"
Yeah.
We were like, we did not expect that.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
So what school did y'all go to?
I went to Owensboro and Davis County. And
I did the same thing. We started out at Owensboro High together. We actually were in middle school, but we were playing in the high school band.
So did you play at the band in Davis County?
That was later. So we started out actually with Lance.
Yeah.
Like this is it gets
I'm
deep.
the old guy, man. Yeah.
So pretty much he's the one that bullied us. And
It gets
made
deep.
us who we are.
Our first year, we were in middle school, but we were playing with the high school band. So we would go to school at the middle school, and then after that, we would go to the high school for band practice. And Lance was a senior, And, every time we came in, he was like, fresh meat.
Yeah. We're just the little bitty 8th graders on the block that didn't know nothing.
Was that Davis County?
That was Owensboro.
That was Owensboro.
Yeah.
So y'all weren't part of the Davis County marching band that won state.
No.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
No, never mind.
Yeah.
You're not old enough.
No.
Never mind. Disregard. No, I had a good buddy of mine, Bill Jarbo. Do y'all know Bill Jarbo?
That sounds familiar, yeah.
So he went to Davis County and he was in the marching band,
Okay.
and which is weird because he doesn't look like he should be in a marching band. But I don't even know what that looked like really. But they won state, and he was talking about it. So I didn't know if y'all were on that squad. So what instrument did you play in the marching band? Oh,
We
we're
were
getting
all-
deep. Yeah, this is deep.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is back in like
We'll get
2011.
to this band thing that you got going on here in a minute. I want to know what marching band instrument you played.
Yeah.
All of us were we're in the drum line.
Drumline, okay.
All of us.
You too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's like, oh,
actually,
yeah, what do you expect?
I taught them for a year or two too in winter drumline and OHS drumline.
So I met Lance. It was at, let me think. We're at an Insulated concert.
We were, at Friday
Downtown,
after 5.
at Friday after
actually,
5.
Yeah.
And we have a mutual friend, Mike Ford, and Mike Ford made me move a picnic table, and it was cold. It was very cold that night, and I was like, I had shorts on, didn't dress appropriate. Anyways, Lance came over, Mike introduced me, and Mike said, oh, he plays guitar and he sings. So Lance was like, hey, why don't you come to a practice? I got a band. I'm like, I've never been in a band.
Yeah.
This should be fun. So we, and it was fun. It still is fun. But, I kind of got thrown into the wolves a little bit, and I was like, okay. And we had our first gig at IDK, or my first gig at IDK restaurant. On a trailer.
We did, yeah.
Couldn't hear nobody, and I was speeding up. It was so fast. And my wife was like, yeah, it wasn't your best work. It wasn't your best. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, thanks, babe.
And that's
The
last
wives
time-
are always the best
I know.
critics, though, right?
And that was the last time I played with Lance. And then, no,
I said, you're done.
you're done, bud. But no, then we got connected again and played some teen challenges and stuff. So it's been fun. So how long was y'all together when y'all brought Lance back into the fold?
So there's two answers to this. The first time we were about, a year in or so?
Yeah.
About a year in as an acoustic duo, and we approached Lance and we were like, hey, do you would you consider being our drummer, joining us and being our drummer? And at first, he was game. And then when me and Dakota started talking about like, oh, we're going to do this and this and this, and we're going to Nashville and we're going to do it and blah, blah, blah. Lance was like, whoa, hold up. Yeah. I have a day job.
Yeah.
So
He still tells me that.
It went,
like, I'm working, bro.
It went for probably 2, maybe 3 months before we were like, man, we really need to find a drummer. And I was like, I'm going to hit Lance up again and see if I can come from a different angle. And when I called him, I was like, hey, man, this is what we're trying to do. And, Lance replied and he was like, I thought y'all were wanting to like drop everything right now and go on tour. He's like, I didn't know that y'all were wanting to like play like locally.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the way you worded it, though. You were like, hey, man, we're going to be in Nashville every day this week. Exactly. Handing out flyers and stuff. And I'm like, I have a kid and a job and a wife.
It was more Zach, I guess. And Zach's like he's the guy you text. That's the guy you go to figure something out. Like I'm
going to need your number.
Yeah. but it was more Zach. Cause even, he's done it though, man. Like
so you do your own PR.
Yeah. Like
he's our marketing genius.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome.
Marketing,
He
social media, social pages, what else?
Everything.
All of it.
Yeah, he's our he works
Booking
at
Merch, booking shows, liaison, band manager.
Everything.
I booked the hotels that we
Man with
haven't
many
stayed in
hats.
yet.
Yes, he does have many hats.
Hey,
Hotels that we haven't stayed in yet.
Yeah.
you need to learn to delegate. That's a good word.
Hey, he's been working on that, and
it took me about 20 years to learn that word and know what that means. But now it's like, hey, can you do this for me? Because I'm tired.
Yeah.
But that's cool. So you did your own stuff. So we're gonna cut into a break real quick, and then we're gonna come back and talk a little bit more. Cool. You're listening to the Forgiven Soldier Radio Show on 90.3 WKWC.
Nehemiah 8:10. The joy of the Lord is my strength. This is the Forgiven Soldier Radio Show.
Veterans Empowered Together is a nonprofit 501c3 organization made up of veterans for veterans. We want to personally invite every veteran out to our Coffee with Veterans event every second Saturday of the month. If you have questions or want to get involved, our website is www.veteransempoweredtogether.com and our number is 270-852-6518. Find all the current events on our Facebook page as well, facebook.com/Veterans Empowered Together.
The Forgiven Soldier Radio Show. Put your faith above everything, but have your family close. Online at forgivensoldier.com.
All right, welcome back in. This is Brian with the Forgiven Soldier Radio Show. I got Uncharted in the studio, Zach, Dakota, Lance. So we were talking about where you came from, how you got connected. You had to talk Lance into joining the band. He didn't want to participate, but so y'all joined.
We kidnapped him.
Yeah, kidnapped him.
They offered me cake.
We rolled up and said, "Get in the van. We'll explain later."
I got kids to feed. I'll take the cake. So when y'all officially got together, like, what was kind of the outline of the band of what you could see yourself doing in the future?
Oh, dude, actually, I want to add to this right here because the first practice we had.
Sure, Lance, take over the show.
Well, no.
I'm kidding.
I wanted to say, because it goes in line right with what you're saying, is like how it sort of took place, reactions, things like that. Is the first practice we had, we came in and they played that first song, and I added in the drums and it made it more rocky or whatever. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, we sound like a band."
Yeah. You know? We stopped playing halfway through and we were like, "Oh, this is it."
Yeah. The aha moment.
Yeah,
like,
I swear.
Okay, this is what we need.
Yeah.
So are you guys looking, I forgot the question I even asked, so we're just going to roll with it. Are y'all still looking to add more instruments or?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not asking if I can get in the band.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We're dying for a triangle player, buddy. A triangle player.
I might actually think about it.
More cowbell.
Yeah.
We are looking for a lead guitar player to help fill out the sound.
Yep.
But honestly, I mean, if anybody's interested, we'll find you something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's people out there. I mean, there's people, just talking to some of the people like Randy Lanham, right? And he does this thing where he teaches the community how to play instruments, like different instruments, guitars, fiddles. He taught me how to play a fiddle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you should check out that episode.
That's cool.
It was hilarious. But anyways, so there are like kids coming up or young adults coming up looking to be a part of a band. So I'm pretty sure you're going to find it. I know y'all had a post looking for a lead singer at one point, right?
Yeah, that's
what was that about?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah, why don't you tell them, Dakota?
Man. Yeah, so pretty much I started at Rogers Academy in Evansville, Indiana. I was a barber there, and me and my fiance, we were trying for kids, and we wanted babies. So like, it was randomly one night I was literally playing Warzone, playing Call of Duty with my friends, and she came home. And I could tell she was being a little weird because she don't hang out with my mom a lot. And especially at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, I was like, something's up. Something's not right. Well, she ended up walking in with a picture of the, oh, dude, I suck at this. Like the picture of like the stomach with the baby. Ultrasound, sorry. And, God, I'm an idiot.
It's okay.
But, anyway, I'm like, yeah, I see the baby. Like, is a little white dot. And then she's like, what do you see the other one? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, you're having twins. And I was like, oh, crap. Which I didn't say, oh, crap.
Oh,
I
no.
said a few other things.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's like, I got to sell this Xbox.
Yeah. And so, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And life kind of just hit me really hard. I guess I just had to go. I was growing up, but it was more of like a, hey, it's not about me anymore. It's about my family.
Yeah. Yeah. Take a step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running out of time and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so pretty much it just came about, and I told them, I was like, man, like, so on and so forth down the road, like we started getting a decent amount of shows pretty much back to back. And that's kind of when we started headlining at Brashers and stuff like that. And
how cool is that stage?
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
it's just
I
like the
love it.
Nashville feel with
I mean,
the people.
Honestly, I mean, I go to Nashville all the time just to try to scout and get our name out there. But that stage and that venue is like, if you blindfolded me and took me in there and I didn't know I was in Owensboro, I would think I was in Nashville.
Exactly.
I've actually got the chance to sing a couple times on the stage, and I've never sung Nashville. I probably never will. But like just walking into the bars and looking at it,
Yeah,
it's like,
it's a great Nashville.
Yeah, it's like
I wish they really
yeah.
did great things with that.
And
For sure.
they're going to, they talked about supposedly making it bigger, which would be even crazier. That'd be, oh, yeah.
I put my sound system in there and recorded Whiskey Row in there.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, it was just just a cool like
Oh, yeah.
acoustic thing. Anyways,
There was one point in time when he was.
we're not
think,
talking about him because he hasn't come on the show yet. So.
I think he wanted to put like the roll up windows where you could open them
Where they
up
go
on the
out,
side.
yeah.
Dude, that would be so cool.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Last I talked to him, he was still trying to get it done.
That'd be
so
sweet.
it would be sweet.
Owensboro needs something. Like, that was probably the best thing, I think. Like, we love Andy anyways, but I think that was the best
Yeah,
thing
me too.
Owensboro could have ever done was let him open that bar
Yeah.
down there.
No,
Like,
it's
Give another place
yeah,
to
exactly.
Yeah.
and he loves local talent. He
Yeah.
loves local people coming in there and performing and doing that stuff. So you took a step back,
Yeah.
reevaluated life,
Yeah.
and then had the kids.
Yeah, well, I was actually, we had the babies, but I was actually working in the Carpenters Union, so I was crazy busy working ungodful hours. And I told them, I was like, man, I love singing. It's just not in the cards right now.
Yep.
So I stepped back for,
It was a couple weeks.
yeah, it felt like months,
Yeah.
honestly. But it was a few weeks, and then I came back with Lance, and I rode with him to practice one night, and we always bull crap on the way there and on the way back. And he's like, dude, I was like, you know, like you and Zach started this whole thing. Like, you guys are Uncharted, and like we just need you. And then plus, like, I think they had a few people like try out for him and stuff, and you know, they actually did try to replace me, and I don't blame them because I was battling life, and having the concept of 2 kids is
You became
Oh, yeah,
unreplaceable.
exactly, yeah.
You became unreplaceable.
yeah. And it just, I ended up going back to practice one night.
I'll play some sad music right there.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not gonna play sad music.
Yeah, pretty much I came to practice one night, and then it just kind of, I don't know, that practice just felt different.
Yeah.
Something about it just hit different, and I don't know what it was, or just the mood in the garage. And then I was like, dude, I gotta come back. And then we've been going strong ever since. They say he pretty much wants to fire me every show.
That's a good manager
Legit.
right there.
After every show, I'm like, all right, man. I hope you enjoyed your last one.
But
You're
he
done.
did tell me the last one we played at Drifters. We played last week at Drifters, and he was telling me, he's like, that's probably the best show you've ever done. I'm proud of you.
I'm not gonna fire you this time.
Yeah, and I was
Really?
like,
You get one more week.
I kind of like
Did
took
it
by
mean,
surprise.
like,
Exactly. I was like,
in the heart?
He meant that.
Yeah.
There's a soft
That's awesome.
violin.
Yeah,
playing
because
in
he's
the
not.
background.
Because he's not soft all the time. He doesn't share his
I'm
emotions.
hard.
He hasn't
I'm hard
smiled
on
yet.
him.
Exactly,
This whole
yeah.
time he hasn't smiled. And
Yeah.
I've tried my best dad jokes and it is not working. So yeah, so cool. So y'all got together. So let me ask you this: is there a gig that you had that when you're up there playing is like, other than the first time you heard the drums come in, is there a gig that you played is like, hey, we're on to something? Like this could be something.
I don't know. What do y'all think?
Have you had it yet?
I would say, I felt like we've had maybe at Brasher's.
Yeah.
I'd say Brasher's is probably up there with one of them.
Yeah, for
Lance,
sure.
I was gonna say, what's yours? Because I have one in mind, and it's not what y'all think.
I'm interested what you think.
I'm actually interested in what you think too.
The
So am I.
night, the night that we won Friday Night Fights.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
When we and that wasn't even full band, but when we took home that win,
Yeah.
at that point in time, that just I don't know what it was, but
yeah.
y'all have never seen me react like that.
Yeah.
No,
that's true.
you yelled
Yeah,
the
yeah.
loudest I've.
He yelled
They
and-
said Uncharted, and then you were like,
That's awesome.
At that point in time, that's where I realized that all this work, all this effort that
Yeah.
we're putting in
Yeah.
has finally come to fruition.
For sure. You can play shows and get applauded and everything. Sometimes people just do it because, I feel so bad.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's how I feel anyways. But when you actually awarded something for your hard work and it's like, yeah, we did it.
Yeah, because the year before last, we actually competed in it
We got knocked out.
for the first time, and we got beat in the first round.
Yeah, the first-
And so
first
we
round.
kind of had like a chip on our shoulder, and we're like, man, we're going to come for everybody's heads pretty much this year.
Yeah.
Like in the nicest way possible, like in the most competitive way possible. But we just kind of had that chip, and we're like, dude, it's like we're going to just spring it every time we get up on the stage. We're just going to make it impossible for them not to remember us.
and yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you too, man. When it got down to us and Crown, and then when we were on stage ready for them to read that winner, especially when Crown pulled out that trombone, I was
dude.
like, these guys are great. I was
Yeah.
like, they're done. They're a great group of kids who are phenomenal musicians, and I'm like, that's them. I was like, we're gonna give it to them, and then they read our name, and I was like, oh my
wow.
gosh,
Yeah.
like we did this. It's like
When you start waiting for like Steve Harvey.
It-
right? It's like, oh no,
I for sure, it took a second for me to, like, when they read Uncharted,
Yeah.
it didn't process. I
was
was
anybody
like,
taking video?
Well, because I already thought they were saying Crown.
you
So
right,
in my
do you
head,
have the
that's
video
exactly
call
what I
it?
was thinking. I was sitting there and I was like, oh, they said Crown. Oh, they said Uncharted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with my wife, when I was talking with her afterward, I said, they said it. And then in my head, I was literally like,
Crown.
Wait a second. That was more syllables than one.
That's a cool band name. So you got the video of them announcing Uncharted and these guys going crazy. Awesome. Is it on the Facebook page?
Yeah.
I don't know if that
I haven't
video.
seen it on the Facebook.
I don't think
went
that
through
specific
the
one is.
Facebook
Probably
page.
isn't.
So you don't have
There was
a
a bunch of
video.
screaming.
It was a really,
Video that I just never like lose my mind.
Got it.
it was a very surreal moment. And I think we,
It was, yeah.
like we walked off stage and like even other, cause like we loved all of our opponents. There was some crazy talent in that
Oh,
competition.
absolutely.
Like
We were scared
We
the
were
whole
nervous
time.
the whole way.
We were like,
yeah.
oh
we had
no.
Emma Grace Brown.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
she's a handful in herself.
Is that Marty's daughter?
Yeah.
Marty Brown's
Yes,
daughter?
Yeah, and she's, I mean, she is great. I fangirl over her.
I saw her
every time I
play
see
at Reed's Orchard.
Yeah.
It was just random. We were there getting some apples or something,
Mm-hmm.
and she was playing on the front porch. I'm like, who is this girl? They're like, Marty Brown's daughter.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But Marty Brown is still like a hero to me
Yeah.
because I grew up when he became big.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him on the show, and then I'm gonna keep on saying it until he's on the show. But
Yeah.
so what song did y'all play? Because is there 2 rounds, 3 rounds?
There's three.
Yeah, three.
It's 3 rounds.
So what was the first song y'all played?
The first song we played ended up being "Can't You See?"
Yeah. But the Marshall Tucker version.
Yeah, the Marshall Tucker version.
Okay.
But we kind of put our own spin on it because that's kind of got like
Yeah.
a folk kind of Americana vibe, and we changed it to be more straight driven.
Okay.
And I mean, we were all over that stage.
Yeah.
Now, was you able to play your electric, or did you play?
No,
had
so the
acoustic?
rules were acoustic. Well, everything had to be plug and play.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not necessarily acoustic only, but you couldn't have an amp or
Gotcha.
or a pedal board or anything like that.
Could y'all play that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's play it now. Let's hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah, can't you see?
We're gonna just run through the whole contest again. So, I'm kidding. Unless y'all want to, we will. In case
I'm getting
y'all missed
flashbacks.
Yeah, that's
it. Don't be nervous. I'm not.
Well, I didn't expect you to say this song because, like, I love this song, but it for sure makes me nervous. I'm gonna take a freight train down at the station, and I don't care where it goes. I'm gonna climb a mountain, the highest mountain, Lord. Gonna jump off and nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Whoa, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Whoa, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? I'm gonna find me a hole in the wall. I'm gonna crawl inside and die. 'Cause my lady, a mean old woman, Lord, she never told me goodbye. Can't you see? Whoa, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Whoa, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? I'm gonna buy a ticket now and go as far as I can. I ain't never coming back. Ride me southbound all the way to Georgia now, till that train runs out of track. Can't you see? Whoa, can't you see what that woman she been doing to me? Can't you see? Whoa, can't you see what that woman she been doing to me?
That's Uncharted on the Forgiven Soldier Radio Show on 90.3 WKWC.
1 Corinthians 16:13 says, "Be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong." This is the Forgiven Soldier Radio Show. John 15:13 says, "Greater love has no one than this, that he laid down his life for his friends." Thank you for listening to the Forgiven Soldier Radio Show.
All right, welcome back into the Forgiven Soldier Radio Show. We're with Uncharted, Zach, Dakota, Lance. I almost forgot your name, bro. I really did. Because I wrote down this paper, random guy.
Random guy.
So, yeah. Yeah. So I got to watch the video, which is really cool. So the emotions, right? When you won, probably at the moment, probably a little bit shocked, a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But the days after, like, how long did it last when you won the contest?
About 3 hours.
About,
And then I was like, all right, what's next?
Yeah, what can we do better?
Time to push forward.
What can we do? Yeah.
yeah.
But I did drive home listening to Post Malone.
I was going to say, I sent them a song. I said, we have a band chat, and I sent it in there. I was like, all right, y'all get to play this one tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everybody just drove home playing congratulations.
Yeah, but I probably listened to it like 5 times. I was like, yep, we're on top of the world. I made it, Mom.
So it was a little longer than 3 hours just because I remember waking up that next morning and the first text in the chat was, "We won last night, boys."
And that was him sending that text.
Like
Don't let him
7 a.m.
even lie that he's like, oh yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours
Go.
and on to the next one.
Yeah.
Huh? You let it live. So what does that look like? I know you got money and all this stuff. So what does that look like for Uncharted? Like winning that? What does that give you guys?
I would say that's probably our first major stepping stone.
Yeah.
It definitely opened some doors, I would
Yeah.
say, because
Yeah.
we started getting more calls after that.
And it opened eyes. I think there was a few people there that I guess, I mean, even Colt was there.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And I think it just kind of
I think
put
at
us on the
that
map, I guess.
I was gonna say, I think at that point, nobody had ever heard of us, and then that
You
happened,
probably felt noticed.
and
Yeah.
people were like, "Who is this? Who's Uncharted? Who is
Yeah.
this?" Like our Facebook like statistics went way like through the roof.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good. So you get a show out of it.
Yeah.
2 shows.
2, yep.
Oh, you get 2 shows.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you open for somebody? Like, how long do you have? Like,
We headline the Ruoff
yeah, okay,
party stage this Friday.
And we
Okay.
close it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we close Friday after 5 down. We're there 8:30 to 11:30 p.m.
Well, just so the audience out there knows, this is recorded. So they are. What's the date? September 1st.
September 1st.
Yes.
You are going to play at the thing. So sorry you missed it, but hopefully you made it. We'll go there. So you. How long how long's your set on that?
It's
on that one?
8:30 to 11:30, so 3 hours.
So 3 hours.
Yeah.
Do y'all have 3 hours of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
We have
we
5
played
hours.
4
What are you talking about, man?
5 hours?
Most of our sets are
Is
like
that the longest you played is 5 hours, or you play
think
longer?
Lance played
4 is the longest, but you always want to have extra material.
Yeah.
Just in case.
So I play at worship band at church.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after 20 minutes, I'm like, hey, I'm getting a little tired.
Oh, man, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's me.
It's emotional and all this stuff,
Yeah.
which this is too. Because I played at the open mic at the Bluegrass Museum, first time I ever did it.
Okay.
Nervous, and I was so drained after.
Oh, I just saw that. That was like the other day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played for them. It was 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's recorded.
gotcha. Okay. I didn't realize it was recorded.
Oh, we'll get it. I say it all the time. But I played 2 songs, and I was nervous
Yeah.
all day. And I played the 2 songs, and I went home. I'm like, I'm beat.
Yeah, you feel like
I'm emotionally
marathon.
That's exactly how that Friday night fight was.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I went home and I
exactly.
was like, oh,
I'm exhausted.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so emotional. So what was the winning song? What was the last song that the judges heard and they're like, yeah, we got to get some of this Uncharted.
Yeah, it was called Me on You. It's by Muscadine Bloodline.
Okay.
They're kind of like one of our biggest people we look up to. They're actually started as an acoustic duo too, and they kind of look just like us, which is kind of crazy.
Like us.
Yeah,
I'm part of this.
Exactly.
Too.
Yeah.
Like us.
But and they kind of just started out in a small town, but now they're growing up, or not growing up, but getting bigger.
Yeah.
And that's just one of their most number one songs they just came out with, and you can find that on Spotify and pretty much everywhere.
Or on 90.3.
Or 90.3.
Sung by Uncharted.
That's right.
Right
That's
now.
right.
Let's do it right now. Let's hear it.
Cool deal.
Girl, I hope your dad done own a gun. If he doesn't, I'm done from the things that you're doing to me. You run the coop and you'll rule the roost. You shake to sugar, they don't serve at Dairy Queen. You wrote the book and you set the hook and you about to light the fuse, and that's me on you. Like white on rice and your mama jambalaya you ain't had in a while. Me on you. Like black on that body, mighty Mississippi, she running for miles. That I know you're gonna take control of me, and there's nothing that I can do. Till the break of dawn, the cows come home, I'll be right where you want me to be, and that's me on you. Good God Almighty and Lordy, have mercy, little mama got me fumbling and stumbling by the way that she walks. I need your kiss like a catfish need a steak bake. Can't take the way you done drag my jaw. You wrote the book and you set the hook and you about to light the fuse, and that's me on you. Like white on rice and your mama jambalaya you ain't had in a while. Like black on that body, mighty Mississippi, she running for miles. That I know you're gonna take control of me, and there's nothing that I can do. Till the break of dawn, the cows come home, I'll be right where you want me to be, and that's me on you. Oh, and that's me on you. On you, like white on rice and your mama jambalaya you ain't had in a while. Me on you, like black on that body, mighty Mississippi, she running for miles. Me on you, like white on rice and your mama jambalaya you ain't had in a while. Like black on that body, mighty Mississippi, she running for miles. That I know you're gonna take control of me, there's nothing that I can do. Till the break of dawn, the cows come home, I'll be right where you want me to be, and that's me on you. Oh, and that's me on you. Me on you.
Boy, you're stupid with that guitar. How long you been? That was Me on You, covered by Uncharted. How long you been playing guitar?
Professionally?
Are you professional? No. I'm just kidding.
So I've been playing for years, but I didn't really pick it up and like start trying to really learn guitar until we started playing together. Yep. I knew basic chords.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, the cowboy chords is all I knew.
Yeah.
Before then, and when we picked it up and we decided we're going to move forward, I started learning.
Yeah. That kind of similar story. Like I got mine in Iraq and I learned 3 chords.
Okay.
And that was it. I played them. I've already told the story, so I'll keep it short for everybody. But I played those 3 chords for 13 months. I thought it's over there. It came back. Same 3 chords for about 10 more years. And then it wasn't until I got in the worship band and I was like, oh, I got to learn more chords.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
I'm on the main 4 and then I just capo everything.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Lane's to see me play. Like, hey, can we capo this so I can play? So I can actually play an A. No, I'm kidding. I know how to play an A, but no, that was great. And I have heard that song. It blew up on TikTok, like out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. So you guys wrote a song. Did you all 3 write it? Who wrote it? Who wrote the song?
Yeah.
So there's a story behind this one too.
I love stories.
There's a story
Let's
behind
go.
every single thing that we do. Basically, Dakota and I wrote our first song as an acoustic duo.
Yeah.
and when we first wrote it, we were freaking out. We were like, oh crap! Like we actually wrote a song. Like there's a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
And we played that at that Bar Louie show that first night, and that was the only time where people were like, I think.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, maybe that's not the hit.
Yeah.
Maybe we should drop that one. So one day on my way to work, basically I was thinking about, I had a vacation scheduled coming up within the next couple of weeks. And I was thinking about, I was like, man, every place you work at, it seems like there's one thing that's consistent. It's everybody can't wait for their vacation time. And one of the things that I see a lot is when people have vacation scheduled, when they get to that point, everything at work is no longer your problem. And I really kind of dove into that, and I was texting back and forth in the group, the band chat, and I was like, what do y'all think about writing a song about, how when you go on vacation, work's trying to contact you and all this other stuff, and you're just like, it ain't my problem, man. Yeah, I ain't there. I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
And
it's more like an anthem.
Yeah.
yeah, it really was meant to be like how I imagined it. It was summertime. You got the windows rolled down. You just walked out of work and start your vacation, and you're blasting this on the radio like I'm on vacation.
Yeah, that was your phone in the back seat.
Nobody bother me. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I'll see y'all in a week. So that's really where that came from.
So how long has this song been out? Vacation.
So it's been on YouTube for a couple months. However, that recording is
Very amateur recording.
it was
put together
garage,
last second.
like last second recorded on an iPhone in the garage. So it's not great, but it is on YouTube.
So has it ever been on the radio?
No,
You're the
no.
first one,
This will
man.
be the first
You're
time
the first
on the
one.
radio.
Yeah, we are hoping
That's
to
what
get
makes
it.
us so nervous.
So if this goes up the chart, are y'all changing y'all's name from Uncharted to Charted? Simple. No,
We're changing our name to Previously Uncharted.
previously Uncharted.
Previously on Uncharted.
Yeah. Well, let's hear it. This is Vacation by Uncharted.
I get up about 7 and throw on these old boots. Pour some coffee in that old Stanley cup and give the dog some food. I head out that door, ready for the day. Crank that truck up, throw it in gear, baby. I'm on my way. As soon as I walk up in that door, it's already hit the fan. Don't know how I keep my sanity working for the man. Every day's a new problem, somebody's throwing a fit. But that's all about to change soon as that clock hits 5 p.m. I'm going hunting, going fishing, going whatever the hell I'm feeling. Cause the boss makes $1, buddy, I make a dime. So I'm about to have a real good time this weekend, going off the deep end. Don't bother calling cause it ain't my problem, and I'm real sorry about it. I'm on vacation, yeah. I hit the drive and throw it in park. You and me go fishing in the dark. Got all kinds of plans, gonna even out my tan. And for the next 7 days, buddy, I got it made. But man, it feels good to say I'm going hunting, going fishing, going whatever the hell I'm feeling. Cause the boss makes $1, buddy, I make a dime. So I'm about to have a real good time this weekend, going off the deep end. Don't bother calling cause it ain't my problem, and I'm real sorry about it. I'm on vacation, yeah. I don't need nobody's permission, like a man on a mission. Let me check my schedule, looks like it's pretty full. Doing what I want when I feel like I want it. If it can't be done today, I'ma move it to tomorrow.
I'm going hunting, going fishing, going whatever the hell I'm feeling. Cause a boss makes $1, buddy, I make a dime. So I'm about to have a real good time this weekend. Going off the deep end. Don't bother calling cause it ain't my problem. And I'm real sorry about it. I'm on vacation. Yeah, I'm on vacation. Don't bother calling cause it ain't my problem. And I'm real sorry about it. I'm on vacation.
That's Vacation by Uncharted. Man, that's a hit, bro. That's a hit. That's a great song.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never heard it. I never heard. I should have done my research, but I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't hear it because the way you talk about the recording,
Yeah.
I like that I heard it live.
Yeah.
Is it on iTunes or anything like that?
Not
What
yet.
are y'all doing? Put it on the charts.
I know.
Man.
Me too.
We're hoping to get it out by the end of the year. We're hoping to do a couple different things by the end of the year, and that's one of them. Just finding the studio and finding the funds to be able to get that out is kind of a struggle.
Well,
It's cost a
we're
little
gonna
bit
make
of
it
money.
happen. We're gonna get it out.
Heck yeah.
We're gonna get it out. I know people. I know some people.
There you
so
go.
Cool deal, man.
we're
Send
gonna
them
get
our
it
way.
out.
That's right.
So I really appreciate y'all coming in, getting to meet you guys, Zach and Dakota. Yeah, I had to look at your name. I thought you were looking at me. I just had to just double check, just make sure I'm saying the right name.
I can't forget about that random guy too.
And the random guy, Lance Riley. So me and Lance have known each other 2 years,
Longer than that.
3 years.
I'd say 4 or 5.
We'll say 5.
Yeah, it's pushing back there.
Yeah.
You didn't want to know me for like the first 2 years.
No, well, after IDK, I was like, yeah, I don't like that dude. He put me in the ringer. I'll show y'all the video of that, and it was just like speeding through, and I'm like, oh my goodness. No, it was good. I love it. Are we gonna talk about that name? Well, it's nameless. We ain't gotta say the name, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so we play together. We used to play together. We haven't played since they got with you guys. So thank you for that.
It was kind of more like even after my daughter was born, that took up a lot
Yeah.
of time, and then joining this band too, that took up even more time. So I
And
was
then
like,
someone in the band got married and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just, I've been
struggle out
I've
here.
been grateful though, so because it was something off my plate for the time being. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I ain't got to worry about practice, and I can do all this other stuff. So,
right.
but I do appreciate you guys coming in, talking to us here at the show,
Yes, sir.
and I'm excited for you.
September 1st, yeah. September
we also
1st,
have Doc Trot too, though.
that's on the 16th.
Yeah.
They will hear that.
Yeah.
So, what is it?
Doc Trot.
It's
What
in
is that?
Muhlenberg County. It's
Lake Malone.
Lake Malone. Pretty much, it's a big party. Pretty much.
Yeah,
and
it's a little festival, right?
Yeah, and we since winning Friday Night Fights, that was another stage we get to
Okay.
headline. That was kind of
So they set that up.
Yeah.
WBKR, I guess,
Yeah.
set that up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we open the main stage there
Yeah.
from 2 to 3:30.
yeah.
Oh, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
hot.
It is. I would say we're gonna be
How
right,
y'all doing
we're right there.
heat?
We're right there by the water. I'm fat, buddy. I sweat up.
I'll tell you what. One of the hottest shows we ever played was Sounds. Well, no, it wasn't even Sounds on Second. It was Rock the Dam
Oh, dude.
in Beaver Dam.
Beaver Dam.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. Y'all were underneath that canopy the whole time. They set the drummer in the sun. Dude, I was wearing a black shirt, just baking the
we
whole
pretty much
time.
moved the canopy away from us and put it over us. But it was so hot down there. We had a blast down there, but over at Beef O'Brady's in Beaver Dam. But it was really freaking hot that day.
Yeah, it was when we had that heat wave, that snap where it was like above 100 degrees.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we were just out there at like what time was that? When did we play?
it was like midday. I think it was like 2.
It was like 2 to 5, I think.
I didn't come outside.
Yeah.
I stayed in the house.
Yeah.
I stayed in the house. I didn't even like get in my truck.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was really bad.
So we were gonna have a concert. We had a concert on Friday, the 25th, whatever that day was, and it was like over 115 like heat index, and we're having a concert at the church outside.
Oh wow.
Oh,
and I'm
man.
like, and so come Tuesday, we're like, hey, it's gonna be super hot. Like nobody's gonna come to this concert. And so we made the call. I was like, let's move it inside. Let's move it in the gym, and we'll try to fit as many people as possible.
There you go.
End up, having a really good show, but it got super hot that day. I was like, if I was outside, I wouldn't I would have died.
Yeah, man.
Physically died on that day. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys coming. I look
Yes,
forward to hearing good things from you, seeing you in Nashville one day at Bridgestone selling it out.
Hope
That'd be
so.
amazing.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. So we are going to close this show with one of y'all favorites. So y'all want to talk about it? You want me to talk? How about you talk about it?
So we're going to do a cover of Ain't No Sunshine. We do the Sean James cover, but he covers it. Obviously, it's Bill Withers. A really good family friend of ours. It's Zach's aunt. Okay. She's not doing too good right now, but she's always been our number one supporter, like our number one fan. Like, she's loved us from when pretty much no one else did. And so pretty much every show we either started or somehow put it in the middle, or we fit Ain't No Sunshine in no matter where we're at or whatever. It don't matter if we've played Blackstone Cherry the whole show, we're going to fit Ain't No Sunshine in there. And so she's pretty much been our main supporter, and we're just like, what better way to, show her love other than, singing her favorite song by us. Carla.
Carla.
Yes.
Well, here's to you, Carla. Ain't No Sunshine by Uncharted.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Wonders this time where she's going. I wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. I know, 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 I know. Yeah, young living, young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away.
You've been listening to My Dad on the Forgiven Soldier Radio Show. The Forgiven Soldier Radio Show is a broadcast service of Veterans Empowered Together and 90.3 WKWC.